Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to learn more about this Girl Scout destination to Costa Rica in the summer of 2025. We are the Girl Scouts of Southwest Indiana, the hosts of this destination, and we are partnering with ACIS Tours for this trip, which is officially called Sustainability and Leadership in Costa Rica. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll have 5 sections to cover in this presentation, discussing why you should travel, the trip itinerary and details about ACIS procedures, and then specific Girl Scouts procedures as well. Before talking about all things destinations, though, let me introduce to you the Girl Scout staff that have worked together to bring you this opportunity. First, we have Megan Lane, our Girl Experience Specialist at Girl Scouts of Southwest Indiana, or GSSI. Go ahead and tell everyone a bit about yourself, Megan.
Hi, I'm Megan Lane. I'm the Program Specialist with GSSI. I'm also a co-leader of a cadet troop, and I'm very passionate about outdoor programming and providing the ultimate Girl Scout traveling experience to girls from all backgrounds. I also just recently traveled overseas for the first time on a cruise to the Bahamas.
That sounds very relaxing. Next, we have Amy Sakura, our CEO at GSSI. Amy is not here for the recording today, but she has been a huge supporter of girl travel at our council, as she believes that every girl deserves a chance to see the world and thinks that Girl Scouts can be the method by which girls travel. She is actually one of the reasons we'll be traveling to Costa Rica next summer. Outside of the office, Amy is a leader for her daughter's cadet troop and has also been a National Council delegate for Girl Scouts. Amy also just got back from a recent trip to Mexico with her family. Lastly, let me introduce myself. My name is Hannah Manassian, and I am part of the Marketing and Communications Department at GSSI, which may make you think, well, why is she involved in destinations? To which I would respond that I am involved because travel is my passion project here, and also because I will be your travel leader for Costa Rica. I have traveled to 10 countries so far, including a summer where I lived a few blocks away from the Vatican, which is the picture you see of me there. I was also a Girl Scout up until the 10th grade at this very council. So, now that everyone has been introduced, let's talk travel. So, why should you travel? And why should you want to travel with us? Well, the simple answer is that you should travel because travel changes lives. You can use me as an example of that, because I traveled internationally for the first time when I was 16 years old. That trip was also my first independent travel experience, and it was very similar to how Girl Scout destinations are independent travel opportunities for older girls. I went to Myanmar, which is a country in Asia between Bangladesh and Thailand, where I worked at orphanages for 2 weeks helping a team of doctors and nurses. At that time, I was dead set on going to college on the pre-med track to get into medical school. I wanted to be some sort of surgeon. But when I got back from those 2 weeks, my entire mindset had changed for what I wanted for my future. Instead of medicine, I went to college for international studies, earning both a bachelor's and master's degree in that field. And because of that shift, I have gotten to intern in Rome for a healthcare NGO, represent a nonprofit at the United Nations Conference on the Status of Women, intern with the UN twice, and have traveled and learned more than I ever thought I could. So you should want to travel in general because that experience is life-changing. Now, why should you travel with us?
You should travel with Girl Scouts because we believe that every girl deserves the chance to see the world. When you travel with Girl Scouts, you get to build connections with people outside of your community, create memories that will last a lifetime, and gain cultural insights along with new skills. And those are only a few of the benefits. You should want to travel with us to Costa Rica in particular, though, because you will get to collaborate with different organizations and communities through hands-on activities and projects, learn about a new country and culture in person, explore new interests and global issues, learn new skills and grow old ones, and make memories with other girls from all over the U.S.
Since this trip is with ACIS Tours, you should also know why you should want to travel with them. ACIS is a fantastic tour group that focuses on educational travel opportunities and providing travelers with the best possible experience for their personal growth. They design their trip itineraries carefully, making sure they have unique, interactive experiences that engage everyone. They strive to bring different topics to life in a tangible way that inspires passion and curiosity, and they make sure their trips provide opportunities to travelers for growth in various ways. Group travel with ACIS is made special because of four main components. The hotels travelers stay at with ACIS are centrally located so you spend less time commuting to and from the sites you want to see. Every day, travelers will have the chance to eat authentic, delicious local meals with plenty of food, so you'll never be hungry. There are more activities and unique cultural connections included right in the tour price, which means there are fewer out-of-pocket expenses while on your tour. And the tour managers that guide ACIS travelers are the best in the industry. They love working with young people, stretching the bounds of your imagination and seeing the world through your eyes. They are masters in entertaining education, as they weave in knowledge, share global perspectives, and convey rich stories and lessons in history that lead to those aha moments. The tour managers become part of your team and form real bonds with travelers. Plus, ACIS makes sure that your trip is fun. Now, let's get to the reason you're watching this right now. Costa Rica. We're going to play for you a video directly from ACIS about traveling in Costa Rica, featuring testimonials from former ACIS travelers, group leaders, and tour managers. Enjoy!
This experience is amazing. It's more than I ever thought that it could even be.
I couldn't get the smile off my face because I just wanted to never stop.
My experience in Costa Rica has been phenomenal. It's beyond what words and photographs can describe.
Pura Vida, Costa Rica!
As educators, we try and generate excitement in the classroom. When you come to Costa Rica, it makes our job so easy.
Everything that's surrounding you and the culture is unreal.
As a tour manager, what really counts is that I'm helping to share my country and a little bit of my knowledge, and some of them will never forget this experience. It's amazing to have the opportunity of being part of these life-changing experiences with new people you meet throughout the year.
It's the quickest encouragement, the quickest leap into the language I've ever seen is when we come down here. Kids that were super shy and super afraid are now standing on a balcony screaming hola and pura vida. We see that engagement happening in 4 days. It takes us 90 days in a classroom environment to generate that kind of excitement.
I feel like my English and my Spanish were kind of equal when I first landed in San Jose, but now my English is kind of going down and my Spanish is going up. Like, I'm swimming in Spanish right now.
Oh, okay, okay.
This was a good way to kind of bring them out of that shell too and really see, hey, the world is bigger than where you are. That Spanish is not just a class, it's a living, breathing language, culture. You know, they're making connections. They're hitting all the standards that we're trying to get them to hit in class. So.
It's been amazing, really, seeing how different it is in some aspects and the similarities in others. You realize the world is such a bigger place than you really thought, and that everything can be different, but really everyone is so the same at the same time.
There's wildlife everywhere. You feel so much closer to the earth.
I've never seen monkeys that close to me in my whole life, and seeing them jump branch to branch interacting with each other was really cool.
My absolute favorite part was the zip lining. Being over the clouds, you just feel like you're flying through the air and there's nothing stopping you.
We must have been 1,000 feet above the ground. We left the canopy of trees and we were above everything. This trip has implanted in me a drive to seek out more adventure here. It's not my last time in Costa Rica. I'm gonna be back.
Well, it seems like those travelers truly enjoyed their tour in Costa Rica with ACIS. So let's talk about the specific tour that you're going to be taking.
On the first day, Sunday, June 29th, before you officially jet off to Costa Rica, everyone will meet in Louisville, Kentucky. Your flight to Costa Rica will leave early in the morning on Monday from Louisville Airport, which is why everyone will need to meet the evening before so that you can all leave together as a group the next morning. You will spend the night at Girl Scouts of Kentuckiana's Program and Learning Center, right in Louisville, which has a troop house with beds and showers. This is the perfect time for some in-person bonding with your fellow Girl Scout travelers over dinner and any last-minute preparation you as a group may need. For those not from our council in Southwest Indiana, you will need to arrange travel to get to Louisville on June 29th, as well as travel back to your home from Louisville when the trip concludes. Girl Scouts requires that everyone travel together to and from the host council's airport for all destinations. This may mean you will need to fly into Louisville or drive to Kentuckiana Center. For either option, Girl Scout staff and chaperone will be there to welcome you as soon as you leave the terminal or step out of the car to take you to the rest of your group, as well as stay with you until your flight home leaves or you are picked up. Upon acceptance to this destination, more information about making those travel arrangements will be provided.
On the morning we actually leave, our official day one of travel, June 30th, we will fly out of Louisville together and arrive in San Jose, the capital of Costa Rica. We will be greeted by our dedicated ACIS tour manager right at the airport and will then have time to browse some local markets before dinner on our first night in the country. A bit more about our tour manager though, as they will be with us from our arrival at the airport to our departure back home. They will quite literally be with us 24/7, as they have been rigorously trained and specially selected to assist us while we are in the country. Our tour manager will do it all, from logistics to leading educational activities to knowing where to find the best souvenirs to take home with you. They will be part commentator, counselor, troubleshooter, advocate, and our very own stopwatch. So they really will be a part of our Girl Scout team when in Costa Rica. On day 2, we will stay in San Jose for a visit to the Costa Rican Humanitarian Foundation, where we will learn about the educational challenges that most immigrant families face, as well as the foundation's female founders' efforts in using education as a way to fight poverty in one of the poorest communities in the city. When we hit day 3, we will depart for the Monteverde Cloud Forest, but will stop along the way at a responsible fishery that's on the Gulf of Nicoya. At this fishery, we will get to learn about saving the sea, as well as creating economic development opportunities in communities of need from a local fisherman who is a trailblazer in bringing sustainable fishing to his hometown. The next day, we will officially visit the Monteverde Cloud Forest Biological Preserve, the leader of sustainable communities in Costa Rica, which was settled by a group of Alabama Quakers in the 1950s. How interesting. We will get to share this day in the forest with a group of local scouts who are youth leaders in community activism and nature conservation in the Cloud Forest. As a welcome to us American Girl Scouts, we'll be earning a special patch with the Costa Rican Scouts that is unique to this leadership experience. On day 5 of our trip, which just so happens to be July 4th, instead of celebrating America's Independence Day with hot dogs and fireworks, we'll actually be celebrating with some high adventure. We will stay in Monteverde for an exciting challenge course in the Cloud Forest that consists of a treetop zipline bike, a Tarzan swing, monkey bridges, and climbing up trees. For this challenge, we are going to have to level up our Girl Scout skills. We have to strategize and focus on our end goal to complete the course. Afterward, though, we can take the rest of the day to recover from that adventure as we continue our journey to the Pacific coast. We will spend our 6th day on the Nicoya Peninsula in the Guanacaste province of Costa Rica. This area is considered a blue zone, which was one of the rare locations in the world where people live much longer than anywhere else on Earth. Here, we will visit with a local family to share lunch with them and to learn how responsible tourism can connect academics, as well as normal people like us, to the elders of these communities and all of their wisdom with the goal of creating a better future. After this, we will get to do something that I personally am very excited about. We will join a local organization and their lead biologist to help her save the sea turtles that visit the nearby black sand beaches. This is going to be a very special hands-on activity that will teach us about turtle conservation, nursery care, and ocean protection, as well as letting us participate in a night patrol under the starry skies. Day 6 in Costa Rica is going to be an absolutely amazing day. Then, on day 7, which will be our final full day in Costa Rica, we will board a research boat in the morning to sail the Pacific Ocean with an organization that connects people to the sea to save the world. We will be introduced to laser photogrammetry to understand how researchers use lasers to measure sharks and rays as part of their ongoing research on endangered species. That sounds very interesting. Finally, in the afternoon, we will get to enjoy some free time at the beach and have our last special meal together at our very own farewell dinner. The next day, Monday, July 7th, we will say adios to our tour manager, to Costa Rica, and also to each other as we head back to the airport and return home to the US with stories that you will cherish for the rest of your life. What a whirlwind of a trip this is going to be. Okay, let's switch focus now to the details of this trip, meaning price, inclusions, and more. The total price for this destination to Costa Rica is $4,151. $100 of that is GSSI's council fee, which covers the cost of the supplemental insurance with Girl Scouts that we provide all travelers with, and we will talk about that more in a bit, as well as the costs for the night before we fly to Costa Rica, meaning the accommodations in Louisville, dinner, and transportation to and from the Louisville airport. That $100 council fee will be paid directly to us at GSSI, and we will provide you with more info on how to pay that if you travel with us. The rest of the cost, that $4,051, is ACIS's program fee. So what does that price include? Well, practically everything. ACIS includes the most that they can in the price given so that you as the traveler get the best value that you deserve. That means the tips for your tour manager, bus driver, and other service providers are included in the program fee. Your flights from Louisville to Costa Rica and back are included. Your hotels in Costa Rica, as well as multiple daily meals, are included. ACIS's basic protection plan is included in that price. And all of those workshops, activities, and special experiences that I talked about in the itinerary are included in that $4,051. Even better, ACIS has actually given us Girl Scouts a $200 discount for this tour. And they actually customized this tour for us so that we get that special experience of working with Costa Rican Scouts and earning that patch. This is an opportunity that no one has ever been given before, so it's really special. For those who apply to this destination and are accepted, you will also get a $100 early registration discount as long as you register with ACIS by December 1st, 2024, after your application is accepted. This price of $4,051 is locked in with ACIS's price guarantee until December 1st. Once registered, participants will not see an increase in that price before departure. So, what's not included in the total price? Not included is things like personal spending money for souvenirs, some meals in Costa Rica, but also any meals or snacks you may want while at the airport are not included. Upgrading from ACIS's basic protection plan to their Ultimate or Ultimate Plus protection plan, which I will talk about here shortly, that's not included. And then your transportation from your hometown to Louisville and back is not included in that total price. Moving on now to information on ACIS's safety policies and procedures, protection plans, and payment plans for their trips. ACIS wants to reassure you that your safety and peace of mind have always been their top priority. On the screen, you can see a list of some of their policies, support systems, and safeguards that they have in place to ensure everyone's safety and security. ACIS is constantly monitoring evolving global situation and has policies in place to ensure that as a traveler, you can look forward to your trip without worrying. You can always visit ACIS's website and safety page for the latest updates, but please don't hesitate to ask for more information if you'd like to go more in depth on anything specific. I will share how to get in contact with an ACIS representative at the end of this video. Earlier, I mentioned the basic protection plan that ACIS provides all travelers in their program fee and the potential for plan upgrades. Their protection plans are a combination of travel insurance and cancellation/refund policies. The basic protection plan that is given to everyone is at the bottom of the chart in blue, and that plan includes standard health coverage, program interruption, and travel delay protection. With the basic plan, their standard cancellation policy applies. Upgrading to a different protection plan from ACIS is up to you as an individual. You can see on the chart that by upgrading your plan, you can add on baggage delay/loss coverage, but also change the cancellation policy that applies to you, which changes how you get a refund. Of course, upgrading from the basic protection plan comes with a price change, so please check the daily rate of each upgraded plan to see what it would cost you. When it comes to paying the $4,051 to ACIS, the first thing is the deposit. Deposits for travelers in 2025 are risk-free for 30 days. This means that should a girl wish to cancel her enrollment in this trip within 30 days of registering for it, they will receive a full refund. Travelers who would like additional cancellation coverage after that deadline may choose to upgrade to one of ACIS's other protection plans. The second thing about paying for this trip is the payment plan. There are two options for travelers: automatic payment or manual payment. An automatic payment plan would give you extra time to pay and makes it easier for you to budget. There are no late fees. You can schedule your payments, choose the frequency of them, and the final payment won't be due until 45 days before we leave for our trip using that automatic payment plan. So about mid-May 2025. Manual payments are also an option, but automatic is typically recommended. However, you choose what is best for you.
Now let's talk about the Girl Scout side of things, including the destination's application process, funding opportunities available to girls, and the safety measures taken by us to ensure everyone's safe travels. Destinations are independent trips offered to cadet, senior, and ambassador Girl Scouts to apply to and participate in individually. For these trips, it is suggested that girls have prior experience in national or international travel. For our destination to Costa Rica specifically, we are accepting girls who will be in the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grades this 2024 to 2025 school year, including girls who are graduating in spring 2025. That means girls ages 15 to 18. We encourage girls who are interested in adventure, wildlife conservation, environmental sustainability, STEM, the Spanish language, culture and food, leadership, and community service to apply to this destination, as there are multiple opportunities to explore those interests on this trip. The application process for this destination is the same as other available destinations for 2025. You must first submit an application and be accepted before officially being registered for the trip. The early application period is from August 1st to November 15th, 2024. Acceptance emails will be sent out between November 16th to December 15th for those who apply during the early application period. Starting November 16th, 2024, applications become rolling. So if there are any spots still available for the Costa Rica destination, we will continue to accept applicants until we have filled the trip or until spring 2025. If accepted, you will receive an email from us at GSSI notifying you of your acceptance with instructions on how to register for our trip with ACIS Tours and additional information on things like pre-trip meetings. There are multiple fundraising opportunities available to Girl Scouts, along with financial aid. You can choose from many different service-based money-earning projects. Also, make sure to check with your council to see if they have any scholarships or financial aid available to Girl Scouts who are traveling. ACIS also gives each traveler a personalized fundraising page. That way, those who want to donate to your trip, gift you money towards it as a birthday or holiday present, or pay you for your work can do so directly. You can customize the page and share why going on the trip is important to you. Then copy your unique URL to send via email or social media, asking family, friends, and your community to help support your travel dreams. For destinations, we provide a thorough safety and risk management plan customized for the trip, trained and vetted Girl Scout chaperones, a health plan to keep the chaperones knowledgeable about the girls' health needs, and additional insurance for international travel. Just like other activities and events with Girl Scouts, destinations also comply with GSUSA's safety and activities checkpoints to ensure the girls' safety. The safety and risk management plan is developed with our risk management team and insurance representative, and then given to the trip chaperones to learn and utilize. Each chaperone is a Girl Scout volunteer or staff member like Hannah, who has completed the required certifications and training to travel with Girl Scouts as volunteers. Hannah will also be attending a special training session with ACIS in the Dominican Republic in January to further her training not just in group travel safety, but also in group dynamics and educational travel. All of our chaperones also have previous international travel experience and are ready to support the girls in having an amazing travel experience of their own. Per Girl Scout policy, we will also be purchasing comprehensive insurance for each traveler going to Costa Rica with us that specifically covers injury and sickness during international travel. This is supplemental insurance that picks up after your own health insurance and is in addition to, separate from the protection plan that is provided by ACIS for each traveler as well. We want to make sure that every base is covered to ensure the girls' safety so that they can have a fantastic time in Costa Rica.
Before we end this presentation, I want to ask the same question as earlier again. Why travel? And why travel with us to Costa Rica? Well, the answer hasn't changed. Travel because it can change your life. You may not notice the change that a travel experience like this destination to Costa Rica will have on you right away. But trust me when I say that the seed will have been planted. Something will shift. Whether it is earning a patch with local scouts, having a meal with a family in the Blue Zone, swinging on the Tarzan swing in the cloud forest, helping save the sea turtles alongside the experts, or learning something new during one of the leadership workshops. Something on this trip will create that special spark inside of you, and that will only be the beginning. Thank you so much to everyone for watching this informational video on GSSI's Destination to Costa Rica in 2025, the Sustainability and Leadership in Costa Rica Tour with ACIS. If you have any questions about this specific destination, please feel free to reach out to us. Our contact details are on the screen now and can be found online too. If you have questions about ACIS's payment plans or for more info on what makes ACIS tours stand out from the rest, visit their website or contact them with the information shown on the screen. Again, we hope you choose to travel with Girl Scouts, and we hope that your travel experience makes a positive impact on your life. Thank you so much. Peace out, Girl Scouts.